and welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne. You're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. And so the featured sign for today is that of Leo. And Leo, we just had the featured sign yesterday of Cancer, and you were the highlighted. So I'm going to pull right in front of you like I do every day. For those that are new, I have a format that I like to follow. I read for 2 Sun Sign Love Connections every single day. I go around my zodiac wheel to pick the first one, which is what I call the featured. I start with Aries and I end with Pisces. And as I said, we are on the beautiful, fiery, passionate sign of Leo as the featured, which is the predominance of the reading and all of the connections therein. And so the highlighted is the one I pick right in front of you. If it is Cancer, I will have to pass because I want to be as fair as possible. I don't know what Spirit has in mind, but this is what it's always about. I love the spontaneity of this, you know, and that I don't know before you do. So what you have is, you have Aries. I mean, I thought that upstairs. I thought, how perfect would that be? And there you go. So Aries and Leo, 2 fire signs. But oh no, there's way more. First of all, I will be reading 3 specific major categories for this highlighted connection as part of my format. And then I go on to read 3 beautiful oracle messages that pertain to every single Leo and every single one of your connections. Because you know how sociable you are, and you know you're in touch and connected and related, and you know, just one of the most sociable signs I know. So I love that it has a message or an important connection for you in some way, you know, with my readings. So stay tuned. But so Leo, you are so fiery, you're so incredibly strong and courageous, and you are a lion, you know, you represent the king of the forest, and you are ruled by the sun. So this is right off the bat. The sun is one of the happiest, most energetic, vibrant cards you can get in tarot. When you see the sun, you know things are definitely going to be okay. Certainly in relationships, but every single facet of your life. So that's what you have been born with. You have a glow about you. People recognize you. And what's really beautiful is you want to be recognized. You love that. The sun gives us our ego, you know, and it's all about, you know, deciding what we want and making those choices and being very, very confident about it. You're a leader. There's no question about it. You love notoriety and fame. You know, I find that a lot of Leos in my own personal life and the many years of studies I've done with the compatibility between signs, you just revel in attention. You absolutely love it. And it's great because you actually do really wonderful things and you are incredibly talented. So it only makes sense that you would want that admiration. And you're not shy about that. Now, you definitely are fixed signs. So fixed signs mean that you have one kind of set ideal. You have your own set of opinions. And you're not really swayed too well or easily when it comes to changing that. And it's not to say that you don't. This is your sun sign reading, right? A very general, across the board sun sign reading, which is all the elements I mentioned that the sun provides for us, and including the fact that that's the first house where the sun comes in the moment we're born, right? So naturally it's a personal, very personal planet for us. Now, you are one of the most generous. You do have temper at times. I mean, that's what fire is. Now, fire can be the most healing, warmth, you know, just passionate. Oh my gosh. I have never known a Leo who is not passionate. And the reality is that with the passion that you add to everything, Leo, is how manifestation forms. That's the feel and the real heart-centered kind of devotion that you have. When you have a love relationship, they are your center stage. You will spoil them rotten. You know, they're your one and only. And that's a pretty beautiful place to be. When you have a friend, it's the same way. You're generous to a fault, like I said. Sometimes, you know, you don't know the meaning of maybe, I don't know, what is the word for you? Because it's so hard to say when I'm thinking of your energy right now. Saving or, you know, constricting yourself in any way, that's not generally something that's feels really good to you or is in line with your kind of energy. And even though there were times you just want to go out and you want to treat that special person of you and you want to just take them for a night out in the town and no holds barred and who cares about the cost, even if you don't have it, you don't really worry about it too much because you know you'll make it back, and you generally do. That's the attitude and the courage and the strength that you exude, and it's really wonderful. And of course you go through life and you become more aware and more knowledgeable about all the things that are necessary for your security and your well-being and your financial status. But I just know that with the incredible strength you have and trust and faith in yourself, you can move mountains, you can make anything occur, and you are incredibly, well, I started to say a while ago, the fire energy is very vibrant and it's very heated at times, and it's very quick. Like you can get angry really mad and fast, and then you could just end just as quickly. And a lot of people that know and love you know that about you. So they know, okay, he's about to lose it. I'm going to go in the other room and it'll be done before I know it. Because you don't like to hold on to things like that. None of the fire signs do. And speaking of fire signs, you have this beautiful highlighted today of Aries, and that's your fellow fire sign. And guess what? Today's this new season of Aries. So we're entering into the season of Aries, which is so full of life, so vibrant. The number one sign in the zodiac, the number one season, which is spring. In other words, this is the beginning of the year in astrology. It's not the calendar year of January 1st. I personally love it because, yes, we all start the new year thinking, oh, thank goodness that year is gone, or, it's time to start over. And just, as they say, making these, revelations. No, I love that word. What is it when you make a New Year's resolution? Yes, for yourself. But this year we came into holding on to a lot of the things from last year, which happens every year, but this year I felt it was more of a predominance for many reasons I don't want to discuss on this channel. We all know what I'm speaking of. So it was a time, especially with retrograde, oh my gosh, through basically all of February, it was really about just sorting out, clearing out, healing, predominance of healing, and then of course with that beautiful energy of Piscean energy that we just finished literally yesterday, it's exactly about healing. It's exactly about going to our heart space and giving and wanting to just resolve and to end things in a beautiful way. If things have been lost, and they have, and you feel like there was a grieving process happening, you needed to do that for whatever time works. Everyone's different, and it had to happen. And it's clearing the way now with this new surge and incredible energy. I'm feeling it in the air. It's absolutely in the skies. And it's that time, the first day of spring, boy, I get goosebumps. I went to bed feeling good, but I woke up feeling even better. And it's bright, and I worked last night, which I tend to do as a massage therapist, or the latter part of the day, and I came out and the sun was shining bright and it wasn't dark, and it just really revs us up to start that new chapter, whatever that is. Many times it is relationships, and it's perfect for my readings, but do keep in mind that if you're not in a romantic relationship, it does involve and include every kind of relationship you have. So the best of friends, people you want to meet, circumstances you want to create. Definitely self-improvement and love and acceptance is vital for this. And you get it with all this energy because Aries is so incredibly confident. They have to be. They don't know any other way. They came into this world number one. It's a reputation they need to live up to, but they are happy to do so. And they being a cardinal sign, which means they initiate a season, 4 cardinal signs, each initiating a different season. It's beginning. It's pioneering. It's innovative. It's like, let's start this. Let's do this way. Why not? Let's change things around. Let's be open-minded. And when you've got that beautiful predominance this year with air energy being in Aquarius, the 2 predominant outer planets of Jupiter and Saturn very closely conjuncting each other throughout the year, one being extremely open and incredibly benevolent, being Jupiter, and allowing expansion in anything you want, and just putting that magic dust on it. And then Saturn might buy it, kind of keeping you in line, keeping you structured, not letting you veer off to any way that might not be to your best interest. Those two things are going to be just so helpful for you anyway, but I don't even think it matters, Aries. I just think you have a motivation that's from internally yours from the day you were born and the cells that you have. You also have Mars as your ruling planet. So once again, the most fiery warrior planet, the heat can also fire can burn off everything, right? So you can start new. It's an incredible element, and it has its beautiful positivity and it has its other side that can be very destructive. So it's what life's about, and I'm just saying that this in particular, this relationship with the two of you in this time, in this moment, in this reading, it's just blowing up. It's just so incredibly beautiful. And so I want to read on for you the messages, which is under 3 major categories, as I said. Let me shuffle a couple more times. And I explained it as I go along, but really the first category is always the overall energy. We are doing the mid-month readings. Today is March 20th, 2021. And so if you haven't had a chance and you are new to my channel and you're liking what you're hearing, or you're interested, or you want to support me, the best thing you can do is subscribe, and you can also push the like button and share, which is a beautiful thing to do. YouTube really appreciates it, which is why I even bring it up, to be honest. And yes, it is supportive. It's free. It just takes a moment. And then you can comment to me, because I love having the interaction with my viewers. I said clients. I always do that because of being a massage therapist. But yeah, I love the interaction. If you have a question or you want to just speak to me in any way, I always read the comments and I always respond as quickly as possible. So that would be awesome. But in regards to that, this is a year specifically for everybody, for the ability to invest ourselves in new ideas, new projects, new studies. Information is the key component for this year, and many more to come. So it's a mindset, it is a masculine energy, and that is definitely what both Leo and Aries are. But it also, just gives us the energy and the vitality and the momentum and the spirit behind what we need to do. So it's on, everybody. It's on. I hope you're out there right now and you're going to come back at some point and watch this, because it's too beautiful to be in here for too long, right? The first category, though, for the two of you, oh my gosh, I have goosebumps going up my legs. That's an unusual one. You have the World, and it's a major arcana, and it's the last one in the deck. It's the last card in the tarot, in the major arcana, because it's time for a change. It's time for a new cycle. This is movement. This is the World. What do you want? What do you want to do with it? The new moon in Pisces on the 13th, just a week ago today, I believe, that really would have definitely started the ball rolling. And I'll tell you, it also was influenced by Venus, which, if I'm not mistaken, also is going into Aries, if not today, tomorrow. I mean, it's absolutely a life-changing game at this point. So where are you moving? Where do you want to go? Because I know that you like to move. You like to be physically active, both of you. You like to consider and imagine and then manifest and create travel to vacations, retreats, something that I think last year, without our wanting or control, was taken from us. So now it's just like, okay, we're going to definitely make up for that in due time and being safe. Things are opening up. Life is opening up as we've known it. And I knew that, and I tried to share that last year, because all I was hearing was the new norm. Yes, we have a new norm every day in some ways. I get what they meant. It absolutely is true. I didn't see that new norm as being every single year the rest of our life on this planet. I saw it as a new perspective, a new way to deal with what circumstances were happening. And that's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what you've done. And now you've got the world in your hands, and what you want to do with it is absolutely up to you. I will say movement is hugely a big part of this message. You may be moving into a new location, work-wise, certainly, you know, your home, possibly office. I see just big, big visions. Nothing small. There never is anything small with you fire signs. And I see a great possibility for collaborations. It could be definitely a change of your whole perspective and you know, inspirations and what's the other word I really like? Just, I don't know, just our beliefs, you know, how we've believed up to this point may not just be working anymore. It may be something we realize is just, it's outgrown, right? The second, oh my gosh. The second category is always the possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the Nine of Pentacles. One of my favorite cards, and by the way, I had a day spa years ago, 2 years after I became a massage therapist, and I sold it, and I took one of the pictures, and it's up in my room, and it basically is the depiction of the Nine of Pentacles. And it's before I really even put two and two together. I'd been reading and stuff at that point. But it's purple, and it has the same bird representing wisdom in our mind and our ability to think and to recognize our third eye, our intuition, our keen sense of knowing. It is an amazing independent card where we've reached a certain sense of wealth and stability that we created and we worked hard for. And we believed in it with everything we are. The butterflies represent the transformation. It is a woman, but it doesn't have to mean that there is a woman, but it definitely shows a sense of abundance. Absolutely. So, yeah, the only one next is the 10, right? That's the ultimate, and that's exactly where you're leading, because maybe last year held back from you from being able to get to that 10, but that's not happening anymore. And I could almost promise every one of you that has a real specific goal in mind that it will occur. That's how powerful we are and how much it can be shown over and over again with that will and that emotional connection to just believing. I don't know, this is just such a gorgeous, gorgeous time. And all planets are forward. It's just green lights, green lights. And the last category is always the category of finances, because I believe that money is essential, it is important. And, you know, it depends on who you are and what you feel about it as to how much and what you feel you're worth, which is essential in bringing in the kind of money and wealth that you do want. But it's more than money. It is the wealth of your well-being, your health, your love, your relationships, your just emotional fulfillment, and just a holistic. And you know, finances and practical things tend to lean towards the earth energies. And by the way, you know, we have Uranus, which is the ruling planet of Aquarius, which I said was the predominant energy for this year. And then we also have Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, surprises, you know, knock you off your socks, kind of, you know, knock me over with a feather, kind of, what? Really? Thank you so much. Or I didn't see it coming. I had no idea. It can go either way, but I predominantly feel and am and have been feeling that it is absolutely positive after last year, because it's all about the cycles, you know. So Uranus is in the sign of Taurus and will be till, I want to say 2005 or 6. It tends to stay in each sign about 7 years. It's a long haul. It's an outer planet. They're slower moving. They do affect us, but it's more important as to where in your chart they may affect you. Taurus is an element of Earth. If you have a lot of Earth, you'll feel it more. If you have Taurus in particular, you'll definitely feel it more. But it's going to affect us all. And it has to do with money. So it's about planning and really utilizing your ability to manifest exactly what you want, which you can also do every new moon. Boy, The full moon happens on the 28th for everybody. It's in Libra, so it's about the justice and, you know, moving forward and fairness and equilibrium. I'm very motivated and very much a part of relationships. I don't know. This is gorgeous. Let's see what your finances says. For the two of you, this highlighted connection of Leo and Aries. Well, there you go. Is that the page? No, it's the 3. 3s have been predominant. 3 is about growth. 3 of Pentacles is actually almost, I want to say perfection, because the world is perfect to me. I mean, the way that it's so incredibly fair and just, and people say, what are you talking about, MaryAnne? If you really sit and recognize what's happening, like I have lost income last year, no question about it. And then I did my part to try to ask for the needed guidance as a sole proprietor business person, right? Many of us did that. And I waited and I waited. And the reality is in the outcome, it happened. I just got a stimulus, which I think a lot of people are getting, while at the same time I had to get a long overdue car repair done. The exact same amount of money that my stimulus was. Like, what? You can't plan these things. I mean, you can plan. I mean, I always plan and hope for the best. But it's just, that's the balance and the perfection is all I'm trying to say. You have the 3 here. This is absolute growth, extreme dedication, and a mastery of a particular profession. Maybe just self-growth and you know, recognizing your worth at long last and utilizing that and bringing it out into the world and seeing what comes back. It's fantastic. It's definitely moving. Things are moving. Once again, the world, things are moving and in the direction that you want them to. And it's about building and community and, once again, help. Now, most of the time, fire signs, they don't necessarily ask for help. I'm going to be honest. I mean, this is true. This year will really show you before your solar return. You know, when Jupiter comes into your sign, Aries, that'll be in 2023, not that far away. So these are the years to plan and really perfect what it is you want, because when you get that stepping stone and those 3 of Pentacles, which is the grounding energy of, you know, money, success, health, well-being, all the things that are necessary, things we touch and feel and, you know, create on this earthly plane. It's all in preparation for your time, boy. So that's really beautiful. And Leo, I mean, the energy of having this wonderful simpatico kind of fire energy with this highlighted connection is beautiful. And trust me, I've seen these 2 combinations together for 30 plus years. You just gravitate, you get it, you have the fundamental. And when you blow up and you have your little tantrums, you both say, oh, that was cool. Now what? You want to have a, you know, I'll toast to that type of thing. So it's short-lived and you're gorgeous, beautiful, caring people, and you're out to help. You know, that's your real, true motivation. So that's the reading. It's beautiful. And we're going to move on to the oracle messages now. And Leo, this is for every one of you and every one of your beautiful connections and relationships. And, you know, you're really a heart-centered person. You really, really, you're extremely passionate about what you do and you care greatly. And so the message from the wisdom of the hidden realms is just that. It's an oracle message to remind you of the continuous support that's always there for you, the reality that you absolutely are enough and deserve everything you have and more. And you have the well watcher. And I will read to you what that specifically means. The words below are wisdom, power of the divine. There you have that co-creation I was just speaking of. And 7. 7 is a master number in the sense, not a master number, I take that back. 11s and 22s are master numbers. 7 is a divinely angelic number. It is generally working through our difficulties to the other side. It is definitely it's a lucky number for a lot of people. You know, the lucky 7. I mentioned yesterday there's so many things. I was watching another tarot reader, and they named off the 7 colors in the rainbow. There's 7, I don't know, so much, 7 wonders of the world, you know, just it goes on and on. It's a beautiful, beautiful, harmonic type of number that resonates really well when it comes to fulfilling fortune and so forth, but it's also very much in line with co-creating, okay, and accepting and allowing that beautiful energy from source in. Look at the beautiful bird on the shoulder, the wisdom, the well. I'm going to read to you what it says specifically though too. They're just so beautifully illustrated. I feel like they look like photographs, but they're not. Well, power's right there for you, boy. That just hits home right off the bat. You've got the power, and you love sharing that with others, and you really inspire others. They're just taken by you, Leo. But 7 is the number. And so let's read to you what it says as well, because there's always more to the story from the hidden realms, right? And I know you have this gut thing, and I've known a lot of Leos. They honestly understand how important it is to be connected to this beautiful source, God, Gaia, whatever, you know, you choose to believe. So the well watcher signals the need to go within, to contemplate the true source of the power in the world, see? Which he reminds you, it is that of the divine. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this unseen power will be there and will be yours to align with. This affirmation and prayer will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution to your life. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. What a beautiful sentence that is. You will know the way forward by the still, small voice within. The divine always may answer your calling by sending, the divine also may answer your call by sending others to help guide you. And I started to say earlier, I know a lot of fire signs don't ask for help, and it's okay, but be open to it, because this 3 represents that in regards to your money and your, you know, your job, your ideas, you know, your creations. You can initiate the ideas always, but when you have help, especially during a time of Aquarian energy, which is all about others and global type of things, you know, the world at large. It's not a small individual request. It's let's change the world. Let's make everything fair. Let's make everything equal. Let's feed everybody. Let's send this wonderful, powerful information from the mind with studying and ways to improve ourselves to everybody. So allow that. If you have not, it's really important. But that's a beautiful message. I hope that you can feel a real, you know, connection with that right off the bat. And a upliftment from it. And then the next beautiful deck I love, the oracle that I choose is, and I change these up, you know, from the beginning to the mid-months. And sometimes things just come up and I'll do it in a day or two. I'm just, no, this had to come out today, because Spirit always is working through me. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. And this is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. So let's see what your specific message is for today. First day of spring, boy. Wow. I love it. And it came relatively quick for me. Control. Well, that's what I think of when I think of fire signs. I really do. They tend to be the ones running the show, in control. They've always had to be, so they have that tendency, right? But it's number 8, and boy, is that a powerful number. That is the abundant number in numerology. So if you're wanting to manifest and you're wanting that abundance, and you keep your third eye, and this is the eye telling you, use your wisdom, use your higher power with this connection. It's there, it's a gift. We're born with it. But I'll read to you more what it says, because I'm not 100% sure. This would be a major arcana due to the color, because this covers all aspects, the chakras, the major arcana, and all the different elements. So we're at the beginning. Boy, I love that 8 for you. Okay, The words are master, influence, accept, compassion, patience, and comfort. In order to flourish, relationships must be fluid and free rather than overly rigid and controlled by emotional neediness or insecurity. It's important to master your emotions so that they do not rule the relationship. A partnership based solely on emotion is out of balance and out of control. Self-control is the key here. Act from a combination of emotion and intellect, and your relationship will thrive and grow. Be sure that your influence is gentle and loving. This is not the time for domination. And I love this for you because Leos are dominant. They just are, you know, and it's not a bad thing. And nothing is bad in my readings. I'm only just speaking what information I've read or am being told, or, you know, it's downloaded for me, what books are saying. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just knowing that in a relationship, there's always a give and take, right? That's essential. And this is going to be brought to the forefront. So if you're just new in relationships, or the relationship you're in is not new, but it needs to go to another level, this is the time. And it's always about that, you know, need to not necessarily be dominant or controlling in any way. All right? So yeah, I think it's perfect. And not just loving. I mean, you know that. Everybody knows that. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves. Ooh, that would be perfect, because that's your brilliant red, fiery color for you. Now, this is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. It's definitely about, well, this says, I want to read it anyway. My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. That's without glasses, forgive me. And it's this close. There's your power, boy. There's your compassion. There's the red, you know, root chakra, which really, really is all about being present and balanced and stable and strong and capable. And your other message for today, for all the Leos, oh, gorgeous. I'm in awe, I love that word, awe, of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. And it is. And it's saying it in every possible way, just another version, variation on a theme. You have the world in your hands, Leo. You are in and of the world. There's both, right? And it's a big, big galaxy out there. So just be you, right? Be you, and just show that energy to everybody like you always do. And great, great opportunities are coming, and I'd love to know about it. Thank you so much for taking the time for today, and I hope you have a beautiful day and you're out there doing something amazing, and that you'll come back again sometime. And if you haven't seen, like I said, the beginning of the month, take a check at that and see if it's kind of in line with what we're talking about. I'm pretty sure they all have been, because they've just been amazing. But I love you, and I appreciate you so much. Take good care. Until next time, bye for now.